no handles on it, so it makes it even twice as hard. It's like, that is one heavy scooter. Click it in, G4. I'm going to say it's a click it in, yeah, or cluck it in, whichever. Should have really learnt the name before I started filming, but we shall research it and pronounce it on screen now for you.
KUKIRIN.
So it's a box in a box. Nicely packaged. So in the box we have some instructions in a waterproof bag. Installation instructions. And a toolkit. In the box we have a rear mud guard. We'll shoot, this is the charger. Yes it is. And in the box we have this big beast. Rear mud guard, or front mud guard should I say. That's a nice bit of kit that is. I was imagining just a little tiny scooter, but this looks like a proper professional bit of kit. Right, I'm going to have to resort to ripping the box open because it's that heavy. And it's stuck in the styrofoam, so I can't get it out. Well, I'm going to try and save that box. I am going to try and save that box. Jesus Christ! Oh. Right, let's get rid of some of my mess. So I'm going to assume this just goes on here like that. We'll use the tools in the box. And we'll use the tools in here to tighten it all up. One either side. Well, that was easy to put together. It took literally 2 minutes. Front mud guard, rear mud guard, job done. What an absolute beast that is. I mean, the battery pack is absolutely massive. It's really well built. It's so sturdy and quite cool looking. The battery's quite low, so I'm going to leave that to charge overnight. It is a touch sensitive screen as well. So you got eco mode, sport mode and race mode. Our mileage in kilometers, there we go. We've got indicators. We've got a horn. Easy to fold down, you could probably do it with one hand if you needed to. Clicks into place without having to secure anything. Rear disc brakes and rear suspension. Easy to reach charging socket, large platform to stand on, as well as a 60 volt 20 amp battery. 11-inch tubeless tyres, dual disc brakes, touch display. You can do a distance of 75 kilometers per charge. 2 good quality brake handles for front and rear, a headlight at the front. It comes with 2 keys as a security lock and a theft deterrent. Easy to reach power button that can also be used to change the drive modes. Easy to reach accelerator, horn and indicators, as well as a rear light, brake light. So first thoughts, it's damn quick. I literally just pulled a wheelie when I put the flat throttle down. That's with me standing 2 feet on it. And he went, woo! Right. Let's put this down here. Now I realised a few seconds later that maybe wearing a crash helmet and some elbow guards would have been a really good idea at this point. Ow! So it's that fast. It will wheelie when you put the throttle down, and if you don't have 2 feet on it, the other one will drag and you'll fall off. I've got a pulley. I must say, I'm glad I didn't have the camera in my hand then. Whoa. Right, so now let's be a little bit more sensible about this, and we'll drive a little bit normally and go for a little bit of a leisurely ride rather than show off in the very first few seconds of using it. Oh, that hurts. Right, let's go again. Now, after a couple of miles of gentle driving, I did actually come to quite like this little thing. It's got a little bit of character, as well as it's a lethal killing machine. But, you know, the suspension is nice and smooth. Just taking a gentle potter along these muddy forest lanes was quite pleasant. I quite enjoyed it. It's something that you could definitely do as a bit of a hobby, and it's something a lot of people would enjoy as just using as transport to get round. It was definitely worth every penny that this is. I will put all the links, prices and everything at the end of the video and also in the description. And I would also definitely recommend using eco mode for your first sort of few hours of use until you can get used to it, because keeping your balance on one of these things isn't the easiest. Now, how did I feel about it? Ease of use, it is really easy to use. It's not difficult to use the screen. My one complaint is when the sun's out you cannot see that screen at all, so it does need something doing about that in the next iteration of the bike, because you had no idea how fast you were going when that sun was out. Build quality wise, no complaints at all. It's actually held up really well, even though I've had some good falls in it. Not much is broken on it, and it's held together and you can still carry on using it. So now let's attempt a couple of speed runs. First speed run is in like normal mode, and as you can see here, it's quite difficult to see the screen. And I managed to get up to sort of 23 kilometers an hour. This isn't me pushing it that much. I didn't floor it straight away. I've learnt my lesson on that one. And now we are in race mode, and as you can see, we do hit 27 kilometers an hour. And again, I've ran out of room. It probably would have gone faster. And to be honest, I did bottle it a little bit because I was a little bit worried I was going to run out of talent again as well. So I've managed to nearly kill myself 3 times. The first time, which I think I caught on camera, was when it was in sport mode and I didn't realise and I floored it and it went woohoo! So yeah, I bet I've hurt my knee and damaged the bike a few times. I've done a little bit of damage to it. I've managed to knock off the cover here and it's now gone missing. A little bit of damage on the front down there in the corner, which was the second incident which wasn't on camera, where I accidentally caught the curb when I was losing control yet again. But I'm a novice at this. I've never driven a scooter before, especially a high-powered one like this. So my advice to you is, don't buy this your kids, because they will kill themselves. And if you are using it, wear lots of PPE, elbow, shin, inflatable jacket, everything, because you will come off and you will hurt yourself, especially if you're doing a little bit of off-roading like I was. Grip-wise, it held up pretty well. Wet dirt is where basically it loses all grip whatsoever, but it does have semi off-road tyres on it, but I would like the option of full off-road big beefy boy tyres on this. The suspension, I did go off a curb, and that's what actually made me crash the second time. I jumped off a curb trying to be the cool lad I am, like I was on my skateboard and I was 15 years old. It does do it, the suspension works great, but yeah, make sure you're used to it before you try and do any tricks and pull wheelies and stuff like that, because you will make a pillock of yourself like I did. If you're into your scooting, buy one, they're quick. It's managed this 16 stone guy crashing on it 3 times without braking. It's a phenomenal bit of kit. Scares the bejesus out of me, but I would definitely recommend it if you're into this sort of stuff. So it's fast, the battery's lasting well. I've done a few miles on it now, and the battery level hasn't moved, so it's a great bit of kit. So if you are interested in one, all the links in the description will be down below. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.